Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and I'm the author of Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Union, 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey. All of my books are available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, twin flame romance, general readings, life path and purpose. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. Welcome to the Twin Flame Union 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey series. Today we are on key number 4, the integration of the 3D and 5D. Now, this is a really interesting key because it really does correspond to the heart chakra, which unites the chakras of matter with the chakras of spirit. And I will produce a video soon on the 4th chakra for twin flames. However, today we're going to talk about the merging of the 3D and the 5D. Now, if you want to learn more about the nature of duality, which I talk a lot about in my chapter in the book, Twin Flame Union, in the chapter on the 4th key, I speak a lot about duality, but I really explain it in this book. So if you're interested in learning more about the nature of duality, the law of duality, and you're just kind of new to these concepts, then I would say grab both books to really get a full-on understanding of the nature of duality, because I'm not going to explain it here. It's a little bit lengthy. That being said, when we think about the world we live in now, the physical existence that you live in, you were born into, and you will die someday from this physical existence. And we all know this, right? It's such an odd existence, isn't it? Soon after you are born, you realize that you're gonna die. That is just such a heavy burden to carry with you throughout your life. And it's especially a heavy burden for those who are unawakened. And people deal with this imminent physical death in so many ways. Some work as hard as they can by getting a job and developing a career and wanting to leave their mark on society in that way. And others go through this existential angst by drinking too much, eating too much, being lazy and complacent, watching TV too much, shopping too much, spending too much, because they cannot even think about the fact that their life is so short. Because our lives are short. Think about it. When we think about the universe and all of existence, our lives are relatively short here on Earth. So when you are born into the 3D existence, and when you are 1 or 2 years old, you know that you're going to die someday. And then you have to live out the rest of your existence in this physical life, knowing this and not knowing exactly when you're going to die, and not knowing if there's anything else beyond death. That's a scary place to live in. That's a scary place to be in. So you can certainly understand why most people live in fear. And they live in fear not only of dying, getting sick, or either just not living the life that they wanted. And when they don't get what they want, they are devastated because they see that the clock is ticking, that time is ticking away. And so most people really do live unfulfilling and unhappy lives on some level, right? Some people might say, yeah, I'm happy, but then when you really dig deeper into it, if they're only living on the physical plane in their 3D existence, most have this underlying angst. However, for you, as a twin flame, as an awakened soul, this is not the case, because you've been awakened to another existence, which we call the 5D existence. It's just a way of labeling the experience. But of course, the experience extends beyond the label. So instead of calling it 5D, we can just call it your spiritual experience. That's it. My spiritual experience. Knowing that I have a soul that is somehow connected to universal soul. And my soul has journeyed and traveled before, and my soul will certainly journey after. It's as simple as that, right? It's as simple as that. That is my spiritual existence. Now, the problem that we have as twin flames and as spiritually awakened people is that we still need to live here on earth. So we still need to live in this 3D existence and go through life the way we intended to go through life, meaning you as a soul chose to come here in this body, in this incarnation, at this specific time to do what you were designed to do. So you chose this, your soul chose this, even if you don't remember. So your soul chose to have this 3D physical experience. And the best way you can honor that choice is by living it, by really fully immersing yourself into it, fully immersing yourself into the 3D experience of life, or the physical experience of life. And then we have our 5D or spiritual experience that we are also experiencing simultaneously. And what does this mean? It means that our whole lives are geared toward remembering that you are timeless. That's what this is about, right? It's about remembering, oh yeah, I don't have to live in this existential angst. I am timeless. Yes, right now I'm bound by this physical body, but in fact, my soul is eternal and it's been around for quite some time. And now, having this knowledge, you have to rectify both of these. And it's really difficult to rectify both of these. Now, many people who awaken to the spiritual experience oftentimes want to escape. They want to escape the physical body. They want to escape their physical existence. They want to leave behind the 3D world, because living in their spiritual self feels better. It feels more authentic and real and whole. And while that's well and good, and most certainly that's why you have spiritual practices so that you can experience wholeness, like the book says, right? A return to wholeness, you experience the wholeness. While that is the goal, to remember, your other goal is to live here now. And if you're not living here now, you're not doing what you signed up to do. So again, the question remains is, how do I rectify these two sides? How do I make sense of these two sides? Because when I look at my 5D self, my spiritual self, and I go, wow, everything is perfect and whole and unconditional love and unconditional existence and purity, and I'm so connected to God, the universe source. And then I come back here in this 3D existence and I have aches and pains and I've got a cough and I get sick and people break my heart. I lose a job. I might lose some money. This just doesn't seem like a very nice existence. So why would I stay here? Why would I live in this existence? And it's just because that is what you are designed to do this time around. And so when we rectify this, we start to transcend the confines of the physical. Now, how do we do this? We don't do this physically, of course, although you can, right? You can. I mean, you can somehow transcend illness to some extent. You can transcend limiting beliefs, but you're likely not to transcend your body while you're here, because that's called death. It's about fully accepting who you are in the physical and fully accepting who you are in the spiritual. Now, once you do this, once you're able to rectify both sides by accepting your physical existence as it is, while remaining conscious or cognizant of your 5D experience, then you are able to move through life as what we call more of an enlightened being, because then you will let go of pretenses. You'll let go of feeling better than anybody else. You'll let go of judgment of anybody else. You will stay in your lane, in other words, living your life and your existence and living in your dharma or your purpose in life, your righteous path, which is what the word dharma means, is virtuous or righteous path that you have chosen. You will worry about balancing your own karma rather than being worried and absorbed with other people's karma. And you will move through life with more of a unity-based consciousness versus the consciousness of division, which is duality. And so your life will become more fulfilling on the day-to-day. It'll become more peaceful, serene on the day-to-day. You will let go of the turmoil that you might currently have. And this is all by choice. It's by choice through your awakened state that you've decided to merge both of the things that you are. In your awakened state, you also have the choice to not do that. You have the choice to hold on to the 3D for dear life because it's what is familiar for you. It's the known, right? It might feel really good for you to momentarily get drunk, get high, go shopping to ease the pain of this existential angst. You might be caught up in other people's drama, and that feels good to you because you don't have to think about your own existence. So it might not feel comfortable to you to want to merge the 3D and 5D, because when you merge the 3D and 5D, you have to be more conscious of your choices. And you will remain in conscious choice making. You will remain in this awakened state in all of your human states, which is awake when you're awake during the day, right? Sleeping and dream state. So you must, if you are merging the two, stay in the awakened state of consciousness, meaning you are aware that you are aware. And when you refuse to integrate those two or merge the two, then you are more or less staying asleep or choosing to stay asleep in a way. You're like, I'll deal with that, spiritual stuff later. I'll do that later. I'm kind of good gambling over here. I'm kind of good numbing out just playing, I don't know, what are the games that people play these days? I'm just good numbing out playing Candy Crush for 7 hours. So when we think about how we can move forward on our spiritually awakened path and how we can move forward on our twin flame journey. It's essential that we move through this phase, that we move through key number 4. And I'm doing it this way. That's probably the better way, right? Do it this way. Key number 4, the key to merging the 3D and 5D. And of course, in my book, I do mention that the 4D is time. We're merging the space-time continuum. I know that sounds really weird, but we are sort of transcending time in a way. In a way. Not exactly, but in a way. And so if you refuse to merge the two, if you're like, I like my 3D life right now. I kind of like this. I like living in denial a little bit. It feels better. If you opt to do that, it's going to be difficult to move into the higher keys. It's going to be difficult to move toward the more enlightened state of where your soul wants to go toward on your twin flame journey. And that's okay, because everybody has their path. And for some, it might take a lot longer to move through this key to integration. So it could take you years to move through it and finally feel like it's okay. Like it's okay to merge the 3D and 5D. It's okay to honor your spiritual self 24 hours a day versus just like from time to time, you know, from when it comes in from time to time. So I hope this was helpful in understanding the key to merging the 3D and 5D. If you want to integrate more of these lessons, please do get both of those books, Heal Yourself or Return to Wholeness and Twin Flame Union. And also, I'm running a special for the remainder of spring. So I have 2 twin flame boot camps that will really help you integrate these lessons. And the first boot camp is $99. The second boot camp is $199. And that's like over 55% off. So that's just to help you on your journey. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bells, scroll up to all for all notifications. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And I will see you in the next video.